Sounds Box and to another edition of Royal Swindon. The Queen Consort made 5 visits to the town as the Duchess of Cornwall, the first being in November 2006 and the most recent in July. Camilla, the then Duchess of York, visited children in Swindon in her role as patron of the National Literacy Trust. Children from Swindon primary schools were treated to the visit in support of the National Literacy Trust's Lost Words poetry project. The youngsters gathered at North Swindon Library at the Orbital Shopping Centre, where they listened to performances by storyteller Olivia Armstrong and performance poet Dominic Berry. And the Duchess, a patron of the National Literacy Trust, was invited to listen to a performance by 10-year-old Molly Roberts, who read out her first prize-winning poem. During her reading, Swindon-based author and artist Stephen Anthony illustrated her poem on a whiteboard. The Duchess was then invited to give her own reading of a poem by Swindon writer Alfred Williams. She then unveiled a surprise treat for the children, a cake decorated with woodland scenes, assuring them that they would each receive a piece. Following her visit to the North Swindon Library, Her Royal Highness travelled to the Lyndhurst Centre in the town to meet foster carers and looked after children taking part in a storytelling activity. The Duchess of Cornwall told Swindon firefighters everyone would have to keep their fingers crossed that the country does not experience a second wave of coronavirus. Camilla visited the Drove Road Fire Station, meeting firefighters, Great Western Hospital staff and paramedics during her first solo public event since the first UK lockdown in March 2020. Towards the end of her visit, the Duchess told the group, "Just before I go, I'd like to thank you for everything you've done throughout this pandemic. I don't know, we just have to keep our fingers crossed that we don't see the second wave. But I think it's lovely to see how everybody's working together." I hope you've enjoyed what you've just seen about the Queen Consort, former Duchess of Cornwall. A frequent visitor it seems. If you remember any of those visits and you'd like to share your experience, then of course let me know. Just wanted to show you. There you are. There she is on that rainy day, I think back in 2016 or 15 when she took the canal ride. Yeah. So in the next edition of Royal Swindon, that will be the 4th edition, it will be about Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, and his visit to Swindon, or were they visits? That will be coming up in a month or so. Thanks again for viewing, and see you again in my next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.